What's up, y'all? Today is January 15th, 2022. It's my 40th birthday. Emily and I are sitting in line at Rocky Mountain National Park. It's about 3:30 p.m. We're just gonna go for a quick drive up to maybe Sprague Lake, walk around, catch the sunset, and then go to our hotel, maybe visit downtown Estes Park. Plenty of parking here today on this fine winter late afternoon. All right, we're here, Sprague Lake. Look behind me, look at all the picnic tables buried in snow. Man, it's been way too long since I've been here. It's been about 3 months. That's unacceptable. I only live 2 hours away from the park. I'm a mountain chickadee. So going for sunset photography today. I'm using the Nikon Z6 II with the 14 to 30 millimeter f4 lens. Got a Rode shotgun mic. I don't know how much I'll be using that. All right, so we're here at the spot, the bridge on the lake. There's Howlett Peak right there. That's going to be our backdrop. This water right here is going to be our foreground, and then the middle of the lake, hopefully we can get some color in the clouds to reflect off the ice. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. All right, so I finally found my composition that I'm going to use. We still got about 23 minutes or so until the actual sunset, so it's going to sit here and freeze for the next 20-30 minutes until the action starts. We got about 10 more minutes before the magic starts to happen. These clouds are kind of blowing away. I hope they stick around. It's going to be close. Hopefully this is a magical sunset. All right, so the clouds that were behind the mountains disappeared, which kind of stinks. There's still some up in the sky. Hopefully, I want to get them reflecting on this water. As you can see, the settings, I'm using ISO 100 f16, 1/3 of a second. I'm also using a neutral density filter, the Peter McKinnon, to give the water a little bit of, just so it kind of catches the water. I can extend the shutter speed. I'm using self timer, 2 seconds, auto bracketing, 1 stop. So it's going to take 3 shots. And I'm just going to sit here until I get something I'm happy with. So, had about 13 minutes of some nice light, just a perfect pink clouds, a little bit of clouds. I would have liked to see some more clouds, like those clouds would have hung around that were here when we first got here. It would have been super epic, but I can't complain. It was a great sunset overall. Hopefully got some good pictures, but won't know until tomorrow when I get back home and start the editing process. But now it's time to check into our hotel and watch the Bills game. Look at that hotel. We're right on the river. There's our little patio. Probably won't be hanging out here too much. Got a couple shock tops. Got the king bed. Got the fireplace. Let's turn that bad boy on. Oh yeah. Got a very spacious bathroom. Look at that. walking downtown Estes Park. Christmas lights are still up. It's amazing. Gonna try and find a bar now, maybe Lonigan's, to watch the game. Back at the hotel, going through the photos I took today. Finishing watching the Bills game. Tomorrow we're gonna do a sunrise at Dream Lake, so we'll be up early and off to another little adventure. See you then. Right, it's about 45 minutes before the sunrise. We're here at Bear Lake Trailhead. We've been here several times in Rocky Mountain National Park. The hardest thing, the smartest way to go about photographing sunrise in the winter time is to get there on time. You don't want to get there super early or you're just gonna freeze, especially if you're not moving. But luckily it's not super cold out this morning. I think it's in the 20s up here at Bear Lake Trailhead. The lake might be a little colder, especially with the wind chill. Hopefully there's some clouds in the skies. It's gonna be a quick hike to Dream Lake, a little over a mile. Let's go get it. Sun's coming up. We still got about 15 minutes till we get to the lake. It's 6:47 right now. Might have mistimed this a little bit. We're gonna show up a little late, but it's not a game changer. Should be able to still get a nice shot. There's some clouds lurking around. Hopefully more come in the next 20 minutes. All right, so we do have clouds right now. I don't know if they'll be here in 10 minutes, but we pretty much timed this perfect. What we're looking for is that first light to hit the top of those peaks, and then the clouds will reflect that light, making it look dreamy. Hence the name Dream Lake. It's pretty windy, but I've been here in worse conditions. Everything's critical though. Gotta have your camera wipe ready, your hand warmers ready, and you move fast once the sun starts rising. Let's go get it. So I got the composition I wanted. I've got these cool little, I don't know, ice sculptures covered in snow, kind of leading towards the lake up into the mountain. So I think I'm gonna just stick here and work this shot. Not a bad sunrise at Dream Lake. Conditions weren't absolutely perfect, but maybe hopefully good enough to make a photograph that I can print and hang on my wall. The alpenglow was nice, but by the time the glow hit the top of the mountains, the clouds are gone, but the clouds are there for the initial sunset, which was cool, and we'll see what we're working with when I get back home. As you can see, it's a very popular spot. If you've never been to Rocky Mountain National Park before and you're a photographer and you want a good photo, you and several other of your friends can photograph Dream Lake. This is winter time. Summertime, it's really crazy there with all the photographers there for sunrise. But I'm gonna sign off and see you back at the house. All right, back here at my apartment in Denver, and I've already looked through all of these photos and done some quick edits Really wanted a Dream Lake print for this trip, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Here's one that I edited in Lightroom, but I don't know, it's an alright photo, but I just don't like the texture of the lake itself, so I decided not to go with that. I mean, there's some decent photos in here, I guess, but nothing that really blew my mind. I'm not gonna get into the whole process of editing photos. If you guys want to see how I do that, I can make a whole other video. I just want to kind of show you my workflow, that I start off in Lightroom. I pick the ones that I think are going to make a good picture. See, filter, flagged. As you can see, I've got a bunch of the photos flagged, and from here I usually star the ones I like after I do kind of like 2 sweeps. And I'm sure it's not the best way, but it's the best way for me, and that's all that really matters. And ultimately, the one I decided to go with was this photo right here. So I do a little bit of editing in Lightroom itself. I'll adjust the highlights and stuff and the shadows, add a little clarity, and I'll do some gradient masks. I can do a whole tutorial on this if you want, but basically here's how it came out of camera. This is my final edit in Lightroom from Lightroom, coming straight out of the camera. Here's after, and from here I will edit in Photoshop. Here's the photo in Photoshop, the one I'm happy for. I'll go ahead and straighten the horizon here. Sometimes I'll do it in Lightroom. I'll add a little bit of luminosity masks through curves just to get the color a little more 3D like, and then I'll add some saturation. There are definitely some great tutorials on YouTube and Actions. Piximperfect is one of my favorite for learning Photoshop, but here's the before and there's after. Like I said, I don't go crazy. I do a little dodging and burning too on some of the highlights. But here's the photo I'm happy with. I'm going to go ahead and save this photo now, and I just save it as a JPEG. I know TIFF may be better, but you know, honestly, JPEG's fine for me, and I've printed it up to, I usually print up to 48 inches or so, and I've never noticed a huge difference. But I think I'm going to choose this photo. I'm going to send this photo, this JPEG's probably about 13 megabytes. I'm going to send this to my local camera store, and hopefully got some nice new wall art that I'll like. Alright, here's a new addition to the wall. I think it turned out okay. Definitely not my favorite. I was hoping for just better conditions overall, but I can't complain. I don't know if I like it as good as the old Sprague Lake, but it's going to sit up there for a while. Maybe it'll grow on me. Hope you enjoyed this type of video, a little different from what I normally do. If so, let me know in the comments or by hitting that like button. But until the next one, I'm Dave Spates, hiking, adventure, photography.